Hey everyone, happy Friday. Thanks for joining me for a craft night with friends. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for beginners. And I'm here every weeknight, Monday through Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time that we can relax and craft together. So I'm going to try my hardest tonight to get our penguins embroidery completed. We have quite a bit of the background to do yet. It's all going to be white tonight, so making some snowflakes, some swishes in the snow from skis and snowboards. And yeah, we'll try and crank through this really quick. So thanks again, everyone. Let's get going. All right, here we go. Gonna get you on down. Okay, and just a reminder that tonight through midnight is the early bird special for our ABC bundle. So this is for the whole alphabet of ABC patterns. It's also for all the fabric you need for it, for the floss, a scissors, hoop, and a few other things as well. So be sure to check that out. So it's a 27% off through midnight tonight. So thanks everyone again who ordered it already. A bunch went out in the mail today, and I'm going to be getting a few more out tomorrow. So I really appreciate it a ton. And then we'll start stitching that on the 31st. So, yeah, so January 31st, we'll give that a go. I'm excited. We'll stitch through the whole alphabet. We'll be doing 2 a month. So the first full week of the month, we'll be doing stitching it, and the second whole week of the month, we'll be stitching the next letter. So, like, letter A will be, we'll start on the 31st, and letter B will start the week after that. But yeah, so throughout the year, we'll get through the whole alphabet, stitching it live. So we'll do it live here. And that will be our new project for the new year, I guess. I'm excited. So we are still going to do the Splendid Sampler 2. That's one of our unfinished projects. So I'm going to, that'll be the 4th week of the month. So next week we'll do just one block, and then I want the rest of the week free so we can do some other fun things. I want to try darning with that Speed Weaver darning tool I got. I think that would be super duper fun. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, all right, cruising through tonight. I'm hoping to get done, so we might stay a tish late. We'll see where we're at after an hour. If it seems doable that we can get the rest done within like another hour or so, maybe not that long, then we'll do that. So I'm just kind of starting off where we left off last night. We did a little quick demo on the chain stitch here. And at every corner here, I think I am just tacking down that last stitch, so then that stitch will never like fall over the other stitch of the on that angle. So I figured we'll tack a little anchor and then get our little French knot there while we're at it. Oops, move that French knot a hair. So I hope everyone had a lovely Friday. Nice to see everyone again. For sure. Ooh, I'm having a hard time coming up through there. There we go. Oh, and you know what? I think now would probably be a good time to move the needle minder. Let's just scooch them up here. We have this area kind of done. Oops. Magnet caught it. There we are. All right, now he's out of our way. We've done this area, so we have all the rest of this to do. I just wanted to make sure there was no French knot hiding behind him. So I've been looking at that tatting pattern, that one of the shuttle, and I think the peeps over on TikTok helped me figured it out, and then I knew it to YouTube and got it figured out. So the first part, so I'm talking about, I ended up printing out this pattern finally, and I couldn't understand like the first thing. So the first thing on the list was a question mark. So I asked some people, and it's a split ring. So that's this part right here. And so after I knew how to do that, then the rest all sort of fell in place in my brain, like reading through the instructions. So I'm super excited to get stitching that. I don't know if I'll get to it this weekend, but maybe if we have time next week, I can get it started, and I'll film some of the process too. But I think that's really pretty. I would love to add it to my little tatting bag to go with my tatting supplies bag. We put that little tatted tee on there. I could have this that pretty shuttle. I bet you it's going to be about this size too. That could be on the back here. That would be kind of fun. So, man, I keep adding the projects on, but I love it. I love, it was just so exciting to learn that new technique today that just like, it's like I know one extra magic trick now. I think stitching through that alphabet is going to be really fun though. I am going to be stitching mine into a quilt, so you don't have to stitch yours into a quilt. You could just stitch like whatever letters you like, or we'll do some other projects throughout the year of other ways to use the letters, I think, for sure. So excited for that. I will have kind of general instructions for the quilt I'll be doing. I'm not going to have like any formal instructions, but I will have the fabric amounts and stuff. So that'll be figured out. Oh, you did the feet on the big pigeon backwards on the colors. Oh, this guy. So you did the red shoes with gray buckles. That sounds like it'd actually be really cute. I bet you that turned out nice, Robin. I think that's the fun part. You can do whatever you want with these, and they'll just be your own. Everyone's will be just a little different. Cute. I bet you that's really kind of nice, Robin. All right. I know I'm upside down here. It's because I'm stitching on this half, and I like my left hand to be involved, so I can't reach I can't reach like way over here if I'm upright. Oops, 1, 2. So I just rotate the piece till it's the most comfortable. Ooh, hold on. Okay, we're fine. So going around, I think this will probably take the longest tonight. Oops, lost my thread. This kind of fancy snowflake here. I think the rest of them will go faster. We're actually going to run out of this floss awfully soon as well. Yep, this is embroidery. So this is hand embroidery. And we are doing a chain stitch right now. I love embroidery. It's just, I feel like it's kind of like a coloring book. So you just put some stitches onto the lines. That's fun. All right, I'm not sure we'll have enough floss to get around this last, oh geez. My finger got caught on, come here needle, caught on the needle and I pulled it out of the fabric. I always do that stuff when it gets this short. Ah well. Get this little French knot. And then we'll see how many stitches I can get of this last little row. These lines are pre-printed, so they come, this is one of our embroidery kits, and they come pre-printed onto the fabric. We do have a PDF, like a printable version too, so if you want to like put it on something else, or like enlarge it, or shrink it, or just do, you know, one of the characters on something, you can use the PDF to trace it onto something, or use like a water-soluble stabilizer that you can stitch through. That always works really well. But yeah, this is pre-printed. All right, I have one more to do, and I think I'm going to just swoop underneath this one. I won't pin this one down. We'll just swoop it under that one and come back through, and it'll look like a continuous little line there. And let's get this last stitch, and at this point I may need more floss. So, and I think we have to start from scratch and pull a whole new thing of thread. All right. Yeah, I think I want to do the next like hexagon in, and that's also going to be the chain stitch. So I think I do want a bigger chunk of embroidery floss. So I'm going to weave in this end here, and then we will get ourselves a fresh piece. We are keeping up with our walks still, so I'm pretty excited about that. This has been a long time for me to keep a habit, especially like a physical one, so I'm excited that we're still doing that. Oh, Anne says Facebook wasn't working tonight. Oh, so you decided to try here. Oh, well, I'm happy that you found it on YouTube then. Huh, I wonder if it's not working at all on... Yeah, I can't tell. If you're on Facebook right now, anybody, let me know if it's working. I see a few comments and stuff, but it seems like it's working. Oh goodness. All right, let's try another piece. So I'm going to get my like 18 to 24 inches or so again. Snip that. And let's get our... Oh, Catherine says her Facebook is working. Okay, good. All right. Oh, well, I'm glad it's working on YouTube. And all right, let's get the 3 strands out of here. Oh, Indigo says it's working, but just leggy. Oh, Well, if these other places are working, then maybe it's just a facey page thing today. Our Wi-Fi here has been a little shady lately. Like, it'll just conk out for a few minutes, but I don't think that's happened in the evening yet. But man, during the day, it's a big bummer. That's gonna have to be a phone call to somebody. Okay. I'm like, where's my needle? I forgot it's on the needle minder. Right where it should be. Oh man, gotta get used to that. Okay, you know, I'm tempted to actually do this line here and then start the second line, because I'm just thinking once I get this whole thing done, it'd be awesome to just like come out and start this line, or I don't know, go around this edge or something, and I feel like this is just gonna get lost. Although maybe not. Maybe I can go here and then back up. So okay, we're gonna do that instead. I always kind of like mapping it out. So I'm gonna just finish this snowflake, and I'm not gonna worry about these little swish lines. I'm gonna do the snowflake, then I'll jump and do these French knots. I'll come down to here, get these little swishes, French knot, then I'll get to this area here. By then I'll probably for sure need more floss. Yeah, and then we can come back. Like, here's a good path. I can go here and then jump to this line and go here and then come back up. That'd be a great path for later. So yeah, so here we'll go around the world and then we'll come back and shimmy sham that. Okay, got a plan. Love it. All right, well, yeah, that's not going to matter. I'm going to just weave in right where I left off because there's a lot of nice juicy stitches to weave in the back there. Oh, Nora says, love the needle minder. Thanks so much. I definitely want to make more. So we do have more needle minders. So the needle minder is the free gift with the embroidery of the month this month, which is the penguins. So when you do get the kit, you do get a needle minder until supplies last. We actually took down the needle minder from our actual shop just so I could hopefully have some for everyone. I think we only have like 13 left, so they come with the kit. So if you wanted to get the kit, then you'll be sure to get one. Otherwise, if we have a few left over, we will put them in the shop February 1st. So we'll have the remainder there. But yeah, I just pulled them so that we'd have enough for kits. But I'm thinking I definitely want to make more, but I'm thinking maybe a different colorway. So we have the this has this like yellow cream in the background, but I thought maybe we could do, I want to do different ones for sure. Like, we talked about a little hedgehog or lion or llama, or just like, embroidery related pictures. We talked about doing other ones, so I definitely want to do other ones. But I'd love to release this one again. You know what? I'm going to tack that down, and I think I'm just going to get a couple more stitches in while I do that. But yeah, so I thought maybe instead of having it the same color, just to make it like edition 2 or whatever, it could be a different color. But yeah, I'm glad you guys like them. I really love how they turned out. And it's a nice big size, but I'd like to do some smaller ones as well. Oh, you like watching the sewing method? Maybe I should do the sewing method again. So I've been just doing the stabbing method, and that's again where I pull straight down, and then in another motion I come up and then grab my thread again. Whereas the sewing method, so I like it a little looser in the hoop, so I'm just going to push this a little out of the hoop so it's looser. I'm going to go in and out in the same motion. Maybe I should do it this way because this is a bit faster. Yeah, we're going to do it this way. Forgot about the sewing method there for a sec. And I know I just sped through that, but I'll go through it again in a sec here. Let's just get these fellers. Stabbing method where you go all the way up and then all the way back down is just how I learned. So my hands just like kind of do that. They just, without thinking, they just do that. But yes, I'm trying to get better and faster with my sewing method. So sewing method, you instead of going all the way down and all the way back up, you go in and out in the same motion. So in and out. The needle is both in and out in the same motion, and then you can just pull right through. What's great is that it doesn't really, you're not even really pulling the thread to the back. It's just kind of shifting from this spot to this spot. It's not being dangly on the back, so theoretically it shouldn't get into any knots. And actually for this, it works great for certain stitches, and the chain stitch, which is what we're doing now, is one of those stitches that the sewing method works very well. It took me a little getting used to, just because with the stabbing method, you're going straight down and straight up, so you can be really precise. So like right here, I'm going straight down. I can see exactly where I'm going. And same with straight up. I can kind of drag my needle and I see exactly where I need to be, and I can go straight up. But with the sewing method, which we'll do again right here, you're kind of coming in sideways. So I feel like I kind of skim the area I need to be, but I don't always get there. And actually, I'm trying to grip this well. So I'm going in and out in the same motion, and see, I kind of am sliding out of place. So that's why I really like the looser fabric in the hoop when you do the sewing method, just because it is easier to get sideways in, because you can kind of bend upwards a little bit. So I didn't go within the loop, so I gotta wrap this thread around. Now I'm basically going in my loop here. And it's just because I'm at a weird angle for my hands that I gotta do it that way. But we're doing it. Oops, I almost pulled through without going inside the loop. There we go. Now my hand's comfy again. Oh, Patty says her Facebook is messed up too. One of these days, all internet is just gonna crash, and we will have like 6 decades without internet, and we'll all have to live a whole new life in a new world. Oh, God. How crazy would that be? No more Netflix. No more texting or email. Well, I suppose, yeah. Like, let's say every phone-related thing and computer and internet-related thing. That'd be something else. Oh, Jennifer, I hope you're feeling better. Alright, sewing method. I forgot already. Gosh, it's so much faster once you get the hang of it, though. I gotta just make more effort of putting that into practice. I don't know why I didn't even think about it for these guys. But we need speed tonight because I am trying to get this done, and there's a lot to stitch. Stitch in the background here. This is looking cute, though. I do like how this is looking with all the chain stitches. All right, see you, Indigo. All right, let's get in and out. Ooh, I gotta use like my favorite tool today, my giant rotary cutter. I've done a few videos of that before. I don't know if you guys saw any of those, but of that, my rotary cutter that has a motor and everything on it, I cut like a whole bolt of fabric into a bunch of like 10.5-inch squares in like 40 minutes. Whereas that would have taken like all day. Just with a normal rotary cutter, and it had zero pressure on my body at all. Oh, Jennifer's having no picture or sound. It seems like people are having a better time with YouTube today. All right, there, we got that whole inside. Now I think for, we could do this in a few stitches, these lines, but I think I might just do like giant stitches, like from here. Ooh, my little French knot is in a weird spot. I must have just done it funny. But I'm going to just make big stitches to the center, I think. So where did I leave off? Okay, on this one. So I'm going to just go... Or would it be better to... Nah, we're going to go start from the outside and then go in. Okay, but I want to end up actually like right here. So why don't I start here, and then we'll go, and then we'll go around, and I'll end up right there, and then it's just a small little jump to that French knot. Actually, I'm probably going to be out of floss by then, which is fine because I'm going to actually want to weave in here before jumping, because I can't, there's nowhere to weave in that open space. This is kind of cute, just big stitches. Definitely going to be out of floss, though. Oh, Marcia says, gotta see that cutting machine. It is amazing. It's like way far down in my videos, though. I'll have to find it again and post it, because it's just so fun. I love all those, like, fun, fancy tools. I'm a tool person now, I guess. All right, yeah, I'm way out of thread. I just have enough for, to finish this little bit up, so just the right amount to finish this snowflake. I got some fuzzles hanging out here and there. All right, let's just weave in right here, and then we'll probably start the next bit of floss here too, so we can just jump to that next spot. Unless I start on, well, no, let's stay with what my original plan was, I think. Okay. Come back here. All right, so I think I am gonna still weave in here and then get this stitch and this stitch. Then we'll do these little fellers. Then we'll just kind of go wrap ourselves around. Yep, that's the plan. Okay. Got our other 3 strands here. Oh my gosh, you found one of those those like giant fun motorized rotary cutters just on the side, on the curb? Dang, that's a find. It is just the funnest thing. I mean, it looks scary. Like, it's intimidating, like it's this giant blade wheel, but I actually think it's safer than like a motorized blade wheel, but I think it's safer than a normal rotary cutter because it's got a bunch of guards on it, and I mean, you could cut yourself if you really tried, but you know, it's real easy to cut yourself with those rotary cutters, the normal rotary cutters that are just the exposed blade. So yeah, so I love it. I haven't tried doing anything really detailed or just like one piece of fabric, but like for stacks of fabric that I just need to cut a bunch all at once is great. Oh, coming along nicely. Yep, we're a hair further. We finished that snowflake. I think since you left, we just switched our threads and we're back. Okay. Got those 2 little dudes hanging out there. Let's get his little swooshy lines. So this is back stitch again. Get on that line. So these lines are all semi-permanent, but if you do get them wet or if they get washed or something, they will fade significantly. They shouldn't bleed. We've done some tests and they don't bleed. So if yours bleeds, I want to see it because it shouldn't. And yeah, but they will fade. And especially if you wash it or anything like that, they'll fade significantly. Which is nice because then you don't have like big old black lines. Especially, you know, I'm doing this white on it and I don't want to see the stitches underneath, or see the lines underneath, I mean. Alright, so I think I might just jump way back up here, because then I'll end up here, and that'll be an easy jump to that next dot. But I guess it's like 6 pence half a dozen the other, or is that the phrase? We've had conversations about this. Oh no, 6 half a dozen the other. Wait, 6 half a dozen the other, right? Yeah. Like that cupcake 6, that one's half a dozen for the other. That's how I was remembering it with cupcakes. 6 half dozen the other. So I jumped up this way. Oh, 6 of 1. Okay, yep. I missed part. 6 of 1, half a dozen the other. 6 of 1, Like, I'll get 6 of those cupcakes and half a dozen of the other. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. That's it. Knew I was missing something. That one gets me. That one, it just flees from my brain whenever I try to think of it. Oh, sorry, Jennifer. Probably can't hear me. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Just, I don't know. That phrase makes me laugh. I said pence, like 6 pence, half dozen of the other. I thought, when I first said it just now, because it's a horse a pence, or, wait. Horse a pence. That's a thing, right? Isn't that the way to say, like, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other is like a horse a pence? Or no, that's not right. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know, there's another phrase with that, right? That's the one I confuse it with, but that one has pence in, right? Alright, getting all our little Frenchy knots in here. A horse a pence. Yeah, pence is money. That's the phrase though, right? Like you're like a... I don't know. I think I'm saying that one wrong too, but it has horse and it has pence in it. Right? I don't know. Okay, let's get... Well, I guess let's just get all these little French knots. We're going to jump around quite a bit here. But we're at that stage. Actually, we're going way faster on this than I was expecting. Like, it's only 9 and we've already cruised through this, got all these. We might finish freaking early here tonight. That'd be something. I thought for sure this was going to go long tonight just because, gosh, it looked like a lot on the back here, but I don't know. It's airy, I guess. We've been jumping around. All right, another snowflake, though. This will take some time. Oh, Amy says, I usually say it's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. Yep. I'm just imagining saying that. I'm comparing that in my head to 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I don't know, that one still just feels so silly. Like, I want to actually go somewhere and be like, I'll have 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Like, I want to go to, like, the bakery or whatever, and like I said, order cupcakes. I'll have 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Like, that's, I don't know, in my head I gotta go do that sometime. So I'm just kind of going willy-nilly around here, I suppose. I'm gonna get all these little phalanges, and then we'll get the big crosses in the middle. I think it's a horse a pence. I don't know. Like, I'm literally going to have to mega Google that when I get done here now. And I think that means it doesn't really matter either. It's all like, it's a horse a pence. So, pick whichever one you want. I'm making up meanings for that now. I don't know if that's correct. But, yeah, but I thought it was like kind of the same meaning. Like, it doesn't matter, either or, right? Oh, if I do it, I should, Marcia says if I go to the bakery. I should film myself placing the order of saying I want 6 of one, half a dozen the other. Oh man, I wonder if anyone would catch that. Probably start laughing. Then they'd look at me weird. And what am I going to do with that many donuts? Or muffins, I guess. I'm gonna run out of floss again. Oh, and I'm gonna have to cut a fresh piece. This is our 2 pieces. We'll have to cut another fresh one. Eat them. Yep. Well, that'd be a good idea. Oh, I would get so sick though if I had muffins and donuts. Alyssa, sounds like a great TikTok. Just speak to everyone in phrases, funny phrases like that. Alright, I'm gonna do this one more stitch, and that's it. We're gonna weave in the ends, and I will start here. Oh, you're looking forward to doing the quilt thing? Me too, Robin. I think that's gonna be really fun. I haven't made the particular style of quilt that I'm gonna be doing for the ABC quilt. It is going to look similar to the one that I've done already, my old sample quilt. But the sashing pieces will be a little thinner, and we're going to do a different method. It's going to be quilt as you go, meaning we prep all our pieces with batting and everything. So it's going to be a great opportunity to use up batting scraps, to use up potentially fabric scraps. I think it'll be kind of neat. And then if you didn't want to make the whole alphabet, you can do just, like, it'd be fun to make little baby quilts with just, like, names all on, like a 9 patch or something with the name spelled out. It would be really, really cute. But I'm going to do the whole alphabet, and we'll do the entire process live. So, and I save all the lives. We'll have a playlist going. So if you miss, a night or a week or whatever, they will all be available. So it'll be like you're doing it live. And I'll probably do little videos here and there that, will be just edited down a little bit to show, lost one, to show progress and stuff. But it will be live. It'll be just like this, going through the whole process. There we go, 3 strands. I think we'll need both of those, these strands and the other strands yet to finish this. Alright, run my hand through there. Getting greedy with the length of this. I think this is a little bit longer than my normal, come on guy, there. Normal 24 inches of floss. Getting greedy. That means it's just going to put more strain on my shoulder, and it's going to put more strain on the actual thread from, like, rubbing through the fabric more. But I think we'll be okay. Yeah, it's actually not that long. It's not the whole skein. I know a lot of people are tempted to do that. Just thread the whole skein and do it that way. But that's a lot of pulling thread through the fabric, and it wears away the thread a little bit. All that friction. So I've been just doing like that 18 to 24 inches. And these I'm going to just do long stitches to the middle too, just like how I did the other 2. I think that's looking kind of cute. Let's get up there. Gosh, we only have one more French knot after this, and then we just have the swoosh of the... Oh, we got this little line here too. But yeah, that's part of the swoosh of the skiing penguin. Justin's asking, what type of batting and amount should we have for the ABC quilt, do we need thread to do the quilting part that is not embroidery thread? If you're hand stitching, then you could use a different thread. I mean, really, you probably could quilt it with the embroidery thread, but you would need kind of a lot of it. So I'll be using a sewing machine, but we'll also, your quilt can be all like similar styles, but I think when I work on it, we'll try some different styles. So we might do some hand quilting, and then we'll do some machine quilting, and maybe we'll just stitch like very simply for one, and maybe we'll be like more ornate with the other, or like if anyone wants to try a certain way of doing it, we can give that a go. It's totally fine if my quilt is a whole mishmash of fun that we're trying out. And my quilt will actually be auctioned when it's done too, so we'll be raising more money for Minneapolis Crisis Nursery. But yeah, so I'll go over, so I have to figure some of that stuff out yet. I'm going to figure out how much batting you might need and fabric you might need if you want to do the quilt in the same way that I'm going to be doing it. So you'll get the bundle has all of the embroidery fabric, but it's just all the extra stuff. And really, you could just sew together the embroidery squares, and you'd have a quilt as well. But you would need so the extra fabric that you need is going to be for the sashing that goes around. So that's like we're putting a border around each letter, basically. And then, any borders to the actual quilt when it's done, just to like add size to it. Like if you want the quilt to be bigger, then you can add a big border. There are 4 squares, extra squares in the way that I'm going to be doing it that will be needed because there's only 26 letters of the alphabet. So I have 4 colored squares for the corners to make 30 squares total. I'll get this all planned out for you guys, and I don't have it all figured out yet, but it needs to be so. But we'll just start out by stitching, so we won't need all that right away either. So for the embroideries, you do not need anything other than what's coming in that bundle. So you'll need floss and fabric and the patterns, basically. I think I'm gonna go behind these stitches and then just jump over there, I think. But yeah, so for the actual embroideries, the bundle is all you need. And you can buy all that a la carte too. We have the fabric and patterns separately and all that too. So you can just get what you need if you don't want to do the whole alphabet or something. Yeah, so we'll just start by stitching. We won't probably get to any quilting or anything like that in the first month. So there'll be some time for that. But yeah, I'm going to get together a little bit, just a plan to share with you guys of what I will be doing for the quilt, and you guys are welcome to do that same design with me. And I'll have fabric measurements and all that ready for you. So I'm guessing maybe we'll do an email about it next week. But to directly answer your question, if you're machine stitching it, then yes, you'll need some sewing thread. And if you're hand stitching it, you'll probably want like a hand stitching thread, like a hand quilting thread. But theoretically, like any excess embroidery floss that you have could totally work too. That'd actually be really pretty. I kind of want to try that sometime. Gosh, we're almost done here. We are going to get done early. Dang, people. I was thinking we might go a whole extra hour to try finishing this. That's crazy. All I have is this line, and then we're done. I still do think I'm going to need another piece of thread. I was thinking we could try that tatting thing out, but I'd have to wind the shuttles and stuff, and that would take me a while. So I think we'll probably just call it an early night and play around with some things next week. So next week we will be doing, I don't know what block yet, but we're still working on that Splendid Sampler quilt, and I want to continue to do that. Oh, I messed this up. I was going to come up here and then jump to here and then to here. Now I'm messed up. Like now I either have to jump up to here and then go to here, or here and then end up way up here. How much thread do I have left? You know what? I think I'm going to just go up this way, and I might not have enough floss left anyway, so then we'll start that last line fresh. Dang, I had a whole plan and I messed it up. Oh, I guess I wasn't thinking I'd have enough floss to go here to there. That's where I went wrong. It's not wrong, just where I veered from my initial plan. Well, happens, exactly. I don't need the perfect path either, but it's always a little bit of a challenge, like, ooh, what's the shortest distance to do all these stitches? Can I do that? No matter what way I went, I was going to need more floss anyway, so. Ah, well. But yeah, the ABC quilt, the way that we're going to be quilting it. Oh, thanks, Audie. Audie says, I like your needle minder. It actually comes with this kit for the rest of the month, that needle minder. But the way we're going to be stitching, or that way that I'm going to be stitching the quilt for the ABC quilt, is using the quilt as you go method, which means we're actually going to make like a bunch of teeny tiny quilts. So like each letter is going to be the letter, then batting, and then the back that we quilt. So we'll have a bunch of like pre-done quilted animals, ABC animals, and then there's a way to assemble them all, basically. So you can use like tiny pieces of batting. So I might use it as an opportunity to I don't have enough for that other one. I'm going to weave this in. So I might use it as an opportunity to use up some like excess or scrap batting, basically. I've been actively trying to get in the bins of stuff that I have all stored of fabric scraps and all that, and try and use up some of that. So this might be an opportunity for me to use up. I always save like the edges of batting and when I'm cutting a quilt, and I think it might be good use for that, which is kind of what I did for what I'm doing for the Splendid Sampler quilt that we're working on. Gosh, maybe I used up all my batting for that. I'm going to have to check. I may need to grab some more batting. So I did recently buy a really big roll of cotton batting. That warm and natural. That's what it's called, right? I think so. So I have a giant roll, like a king size with roll of that my mom and I will share for quilts, and till that's gone. We had done that once before. I just bought a huge roll, and then just used it over time for quilts, and that was just nice. So that's at their house. So I might have to steal some. Oh, yep, Paula, I will still be doing embroidery of the month as well. So it's going to be a whole pile of embroidery this year. But we'll be doing little sewing projects along the way, and we still have, and then the last full week of the month, we'll be doing a block of the a block of the Splendid Sampler 2 quilt, and then it'll be like free for other small projects and stuff during that month too. Like I want to sew some other fun things. And if we want to do some more tatting, or like I got those Speed Weaver darning tools, and just whatever else might come up, we'll pop those in and stuff too. And with the ABC quilt, there'll be quilting and sewing involved with that too. But yes, so the third week of the month, we'll still be stitching the embroidery of the month. I'll still have a new embroidery of the month every month. I'm actually working on that this weekend. I'm a little behind. Gotta get it done this weekend. Man, we only have like 5 stitches left. Hey, we're actually pretty close to being done right on time. That's nice. Ooh, got a little knot going here. There we go. Pop that out. I'm open for whatever you guys want to try and stuff too. So we'll have to do like a pin cushion and stuff too, potentially. That'd be fun. That's been requested. And I still want to do the book cover that has a little zipper pouch within the book cover. I still really like that project, so we might get that together as well. That'd be perfect for a letter, like one of these animal letters on the front. All right, that was our last stitch, you guys. Let's weave in the end and take a look at this. Might have to figure out something to use this for too. This would be cute as a tote bag or something. Right now I don't really have a plan for it. This would actually be just cute for like a holiday decoration. You know, maybe I just finish it in the hoop. That'd be nice too. Oh, Marcia says, I'm excited to see you use the darning tool. So we will definitely do that next week. The first part of the week, we will work on getting another one of those Splendid Sampler 2 blocks done. But we'll definitely leave time during the week to use that darning tool, because I'm just itching to give that a try as well. Ugh, I think it's just going to be so fun. You don't need it. Like, you can do the exact same thing without the tool, but it just speeds it along, and I think mechanically it's just so cool. So let's take this guy off, then we can see the final piece here. There, he's looking so cute, those little fellers on there. All right, you guys, we did that in way more record time than I thought. Okay, so, like, seriously, I did not think we would get that done as fast as we did. So we are done early. I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. And I think it's going to be really fun next week. We'll get the sewing machine out again and try that darning tool. I might try and fit in some of this tatting. I really want to stitch that up. But yeah. Oh, and then just a reminder, this is the embroidery of the month. So the freebie and everything will only be available through the end of the month. And you do get that needle minder is the freebie this month. And that comes with the kit. We only have like 13 left though, so if you're one of those 13, then that gets the kit, then you'll get the needle minder as well. And if there's any remaining, we'll put them in the shop for next month. And then tonight is the last night to grab that 27% off the full bundle of the ABCs that we got here. This is the full collection of 26 letters, and then the bundle has the floss. It has like 30 pieces of the fabric pre-cut already to stitch on. We threw an extra in case you mess up. And it has a hoop, a scissors, instructions, and some of that stuff as well. Needles. So all that is in the bundle. So tonight is the last night for the early bird special of that. It'll still be available. It's just not going to be 27% off anymore. We're just doing that for this week. So thanks again, everyone who did get that. They are going out in the mail today, and it'll go out on Monday as well. And yeah, thanks again. I am so excited for that project. It's like our classic designs. We've had that, like I've had that quilt that I made out of them for like 10 years now, and I don't know why we've never done a stitch along for it. It's crazy. So this is like the 10-year anniversary almost of it, and we'll be stitching that up. And again, that'll start January 31st with the letter A, which is the alligator and albatross. So that is the plan. All right, you guys, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday. Good night.